Just ahead on the Daily Digital Debrief. The latest details on a death police are calling suspicious in East Lansing. Plus, a Michigan judge has now suspended the enforcement of the state's 1931 abortion ban. And finally, students at East Lansing High School walked out to fight back against racism. All that and more, so don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss today's show.
This is the Daily Digital Debrief.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Daily Digital Debrief. And happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week here. We are doing it. We're making it through. Let us know in the comments what you're up to for today and what you have going on. And, of course, always where you're watching from. I would love to read those comments for you in our show coming up a little bit later. But for now, let's jump into this afternoon's top stories. Well, the East Lansing Police Department has wrapped up their investigation this morning after looking into what they are calling a suspicious death. East Lansing police say they were called to Abbott Parkside Senior Apartments around 8 o'clock on Tuesday night after a caller said the victim may have been suicidal. Once on the scene, police say they found one elderly woman dead and she had cuts on her body. ELPD says there is no threat to the public at this time, and officers did not release any other information yet on the victim or say if they have an idea of a suspect. Michigan State Police helped ELPD complete their on-scene investigation, and they are still looking into what happened, and as we find out more details, we will of course let you know as they come in. Well, a Michigan judge has now suspended the enforcement of the state's 1931 abortion ban. This means the procedure would not be illegal in Michigan even if the U.S. Supreme Court overturns its Roe v. Wade decision. The Chief Justice of the Court of Claims approved a preliminary injunction sought by Planned Parenthood of Michigan, saying the abortion ban likely violates the Michigan Constitution. The 1931 law states that anyone with intent to cause a miscarriage by using medicine or drugs, unless to preserve the woman's life, shall be guilty of a felony. The judge said other Michigan laws regulating abortion will remain in full effect, and the suspension of the 1931 abortion law will stay in place until a final decision is made in the months ahead or a higher court intervenes. And it seems like we are finding out more about this every day, so of course we will keep you updated. Well, Consumers Energy announced today it will be adding 300 megawatts of clean energy from 2 Michigan solar projects in Genesee and Hillsdale counties. The $350 million projects will provide enough energy to power about 150,000 homes. These solar projects are a portion of the company's clean energy plan, which aims to rapidly increase renewable energy, terminate coal electricity by 2025, and have net zero carbon emissions by 2040. The solar projects are each 150 megawatts and will start operating by the end of 2024. The $200 million solar project and $150 million Hartwood solar project will create about 250 jobs. That is quite a few jobs there, so really awesome to see what Consumers is doing in the area. Well, 100 or more students at East Lansing High School walked out this morning to fight back against racism. The walkout started around 9:30 as an opposition to the racially motivated shooting that happened in Buffalo, New York this past weekend that left 10 dead. The Black Student Union organized this walkout with the motivation to fight back against racism, and they say the lack of racial unity within our country is intense. The students were joined by the principal standing by their side, and the event featured a moment of silence to honor those who lost their lives. Well, let's take a look at our weather forecast and see what we have going on for today. All right, so we have scattered rain showers will be around through much of the afternoon here in mid-Michigan. It's going to be less breezy than the past few days, but also cooler with highs only climbing around 60 degrees. Well, even though it's 60 degrees, that is high and not too bad. I will say, it's definitely beats a few months ago when we were in the 30s, so we'll take a little bit of a cool breeze and rain. Not too bad, but make sure you're staying inside for today, but a nice breeze on your walk to work for sure. Well, all right, thank you so much to our meteorologist, Blake Harms, for his weather breakdown. And as always, we love to give you a shout out online, so make sure you guys are commenting right now. I would love to give you a shout out in the show for today on Facebook. And let's see if we have anything coming in at the moment. All right, Jill Babbis says hello from Battle Creek. Hello, Jill. Hope you're doing well. Hello to WLNS Autumn. Steve, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. And let's see. We have Jade who says, hello, definitely interesting stuff with that suspicious death that there was. Yeah, for sure, very interesting, and we're finding out more details right now. We have a reporter that's working on that, so we will of course let you know anything that we find out immediately. All right, looks like those are all our comments that we have right now. Make sure you guys are commenting. I'd love to know what you're up to for today. Also comment where you're watching from because we have a wide viewership range, so I would love to see. John Moore says, cloudy, rainy days, let you appreciate the warm, sunny days. That's right. We got to have them here every once in a while to have some good days that we can look forward to. So you know what? We're just hanging on for today for that sunshine coming up. Let's see if we have, that looks like all of our comments that we have right now. So now let's take a quick break to hear from the Capital Area District Library, and we'll be back in just 30 seconds.
You spend your whole life working, training, waiting for one shining moment to win it all.
Does he always have to do this? Yeah, I guess it's just a librarian thing.
Borrow lawn games for free with your cattle membership at cadl.org/things.
All right, you heard it first. Make sure you are checking out your lawn games from the Capital Area District Library. They do just about everything over there, so we do really appreciate your partnership here on the Daily Digital Debrief. Well, continuing with Buffalo, the city is still reeling from the racist mass shooting that happened there this past weekend. Today, President Joe Biden visited Buffalo to pay his respects and meet with the families of the victims. Bradley Blackburn has more details now, so let's take a listen.
President Biden is calling on Americans to reject racism and condemned those who spread racist conspiracy theories.
White supremacy is a poison.
The president visited Buffalo, New York, where a gunman killed 10 black people and injured 3 others on Saturday. Authorities are investigating the shooting as a hate crime.
This venom, this violence cannot be the story of our time.
Mr. Biden also resumed his role as consoler-in-chief, offering words of comfort to the families of those killed.
The day's going to come, it will come, when your loved one brings a smile as you remember him or her.
Wayne Jones met with the president. His mother, 65-year-old Celestine Cheney, was shopping for ingredients to make strawberry shortcake.
She would just say, stop the hate.
He wonders how the alleged shooter became radicalized at such an early age.
The guy's young, 18. What do you know about being replaced? He ain't even started yet.
Authorities are still working through the crime scene here at the Top Supermarket, and they're also looking at the suspect's online activity, including posts indicating he had been planning his attack for months.
Unless the American people get their head out of the sand and find a way to be aware of their children, their neighbors, and their coworkers, we're never going to solve this problem.
CBS News has learned that some of the writings include other possible targets, such as elementary schools, churches, and Hasidic Jewish communities. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Buffalo, New York.
Bradley, thank you so much for that in-depth look in that report. We did look like we had some audio issues there, so I do apologize for that, but hopefully you guys got the main idea in that the president visited Buffalo to visit with these families of the victims that died. So very nice of our president to pay his respects, and also just some very sad news that we hope doesn't happen ever again. Well, on to some good news for Full House lovers. The house is finally up for sale on Zillow. It's located on Broderick Street in San Francisco, and it's listed for a whopping $37 million. According to Zillow, the house was last sold in 2020 for $5.4 million. It has 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and was built in 1783. Well, it was built quite a bit ago, so that is really interesting to find out. And also what I want to know, how did they go from $5.4 million being sold just a few years ago to $37 million? That seems like quite a jump. So I don't know if the person selling got a little bit greedy, but I will say in the video that we saw, it did look like there was some renovation, so the house does look beautiful. But I don't know if I'd want to live there. Let us know in the comments if you would like to live in the Full House house. It would be really cool to reminisce, but I will say all those tourists that are coming and looking through your window, I don't know if I'd want that. Maybe if I lived there, I'd have to get some blackout curtains. But let us know in the comments what you think and if you would live in the Full House house. Well, let's take another look at our weather forecast and see what we have going on for the rest of the week. And while I'm reading that to you guys, make sure you are commenting where you're watching from and, of course, what you're up to for today. I would love to read that just coming up here. Let's take a look at our weather forecast. A very warm end to the work week is ahead with highs up in the upper 70s for Thursday and low to mid 80s for Friday. Friday looks warm and humid, and there's a chance for a few strong to severe thunderstorms. Well, it looks like there is some rain, but I will tell you the good thing. If you have a garden or just planted your flowers, it's that time of year. So my coworker Kira, she anchors here at 6 News, she was saying she just put her garden in. So we need to see some of this rain, and today looks like it is the day. We haven't seen it yet, so maybe it will be good for your gardens and flowers that you have outside. But of course, let us know what you're up to for the rest of the week. And it looks like temperatures are getting warmer, so that's a plus for sure. All right, let's take another look at those comments and see what you guys are saying right now. All right, let me scroll back up here, guys. KJ says hello from Lansing. Hello, KJ. Glad you're watching. Thank you for your viewership. Christopher Rains, hello, watching from Farmington Hills, Michigan. All right, shout out to Farmington over there. Jill Babbis says hello from Battle Creek, Autumn. Thank you for the positivity. We all need it. Looks like she put a rain emoji on this rainy day for sure. I know it can be gloomy out there, so we're trying to stay positive here. And let's see. Jill also says, I would like to visit the Full House house. I would too. It'd be really cool to see the inside of it for sure. Doris says, hi, sweet everyone. Good morning. It's good afternoon now, Doris. I know. I almost said good morning earlier on the show because I've been here from the morning show as well. But good afternoon to you, Doris. Glad to see you're watching. John Moore says that house is way too big for me. I know it. We said 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, so full house is a full house. You should have a full family if you're going to buy that house for sure. I have a feeling a celebrity is going to buy it though. You know, they just have that extra money to throw out there and just to say they own the Full House house. So let's see if we have any more comments rolling in here. It looks like those are all the comments that we have for now. Comment right now if you don't want to miss me giving you a shout out right before the show ends. I will give you guys a second here. All right, last call. All right. Well, that is all the time we do have for today's show. Remember to download all of our apps. They are free, which is super nice about our apps. And you can get all of our information right to your phone if you sign up for notifications, which is what I really like to get that breaking news. And we will see you again this evening for 6 News at 5, 5:30, and 6. And, oh, Christopher Rains has one more comment, watching match game 76 on buzzer. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for letting me know what you're up to. Again, that is all the time we do have, but thank you to everyone who tuned in for today's show, and we will see you tomorrow again for another Daily Digital Debrief. Thanks for watching, guys.